been watching your local news channel and you're watching your meteorologist and they put up a map with a bunch of symbols on it, and you don't quite understand what the symbols mean? Well, today I'm here to explain to you what exactly those symbols mean and why meteorologists use them. So we're first going to talk about areas of low pressure and areas of high pressure. And right now we're looking at an area of high pressure, and that's usually depicted by a blue uppercase H. And that usually means the weather in that area is stable, it's fair, not a lot of activity happening. Now with a low pressure system, it's quite the opposite. And usually they are depicted by a uppercase red L. And sometimes, most times, meteorologists use these uppercase L's to pinpoint the center of a storm that may be heading your way. But sometimes these L's also have fronts attached to them. So let's break down what exactly these fronts look like. So first we have a cold front, and that's usually depicted by a blue line with triangles, and those triangles are usually pointing in the direction of its movement. So with a cold front, the temperatures on the side where the front has already passed are normally colder than the temperatures on the side where it hasn't passed through yet. And now looking at a warm front, it's the same idea as a cold front. So it's usually depicted by a red line with half circles, and those half circles are pointing in the direction of the movement of the front. And the temperatures on the side, or I guess in this case it would be the south side, but on the side that the front has already passed through are warmer than the temperatures that the front has not passed through quite yet. So this one is moving south to north, while our cold front was moving west to east. So now let's look at a stationary front, and the name kind of gives it away. So usually these are indicated by a alternating red and blue line, with the blue line with the triangles pointing away from the cold air mass and the circles pointing away from the warm air mass. And so what happens is when two air masses come together, sometimes one is overtaken by another, but when we get a stationary front that forms, usually these two air masses are not strong enough for one to take over and the other one, or vice versa. So you just get a stationary front, and it doesn't move a whole lot. Usually we find that the stationary fronts are connected to two low pressure systems, and it basically stays stationary. It doesn't move a whole lot. So we have one more front, and that's an occluded front. So warm fronts move a lot slower than cold fronts. And when a warm front doesn't move fast enough and a cold front catches up to it, that is when you get an occluded front. So we have these four fronts, but there are a few other things that we sometimes see on weather maps. The first being a trough, and that's this dashed orange line that is also connected to this low pressure system. And it's basically telling you that it's an elongated or a very broad area of low pressure. So sometimes we see this connected to our big L, which indicates usually the center of our low pressure, with a front. And those aren't as common as fronts, but sometimes you do see it, and sometimes you see these as well. This is a dry line, and it usually is separating the moist air with the more dry air, we'll say. These are really only found in the Great Plains. So here in Rochester, we could get it. It's not impossible, but more likely than not, we do not see them a whole lot. I hope this helped you understand somewhat of what you are looking at when you see these big weather maps, because sometimes they can be very overwhelming.